Dr. Jonathan Katz.
Hi, Sam.
Dr. Tool.
I had no idea how tall you were. Oh, Dom, you're sitting
me?
down. Okay. Yeah. No. I was talking about Sam.
Take me for a monkey walk.
Yo, Dom, over here. Hey, Dom, hey.
Yo, Dom.
I did so much comedy for these guys. You have no idea. I'm spent.
Well, they look like they've had it. They can't laugh anymore. You know what you can do to calm people down? Your act. You know that'll settle.
Yeah. Dom would call me like in the early evening and say, "Can you do like 5 minutes? I can't fall asleep.
I can't sleep, man."
Oh.
And then to see you doing those stolen bits of yours, it warms a comedian's heart. It really does.
I'm trying to think of what I was doing. I think I was doing my own material. Yeah, I was doing myself.
Different accent on different things. John, give a little background here. They don't know you and they've never heard of you and they never will.
We've heard of them.
Of course.
We've watched the show.
Dom.
Come on, Dom. Yeah.
I love this guy. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
You say that every episode, Dom.
I mean it every episode. The kind of guy.
Dom,
I'm redundant.
John told us you guys met in 1983.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I said that.
Yeah, I said John, right?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like you
don't
said
get
Dom.
into it, guys. It's crazy. It's not worth fighting for.
Yeah. 1983. I remember what you were wearing, Dom.
Oh, you were,
a slinky
Whatever
thing.
it was, I wore it for you. I always looked around to see if you were looking at me. Walk away. You know what I mean?
One of Dom's and Lisa's, his ex-wife, their favorite thing was to watch me bomb at the Improv.
Oh God,
It
nothing
was
funnier than
just
you
so
bombing.
sweet. They'd be in the back.
Let's tell these guys some of your background, like the Robin Williams stuff. How you got to your...
Yeah, I was just telling them about Robin. Because I was telling them that on my podcast called Hey, We're Back, on WKATZ, you can...
What is that?
Or wherever you hear podcasts.
A quick plug for the show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the guests. In the next couple of weeks, let's talk about our guests. Just 5 minutes, Sean. Anyway, please, I have to bust your chops. I love you. I love you, baby. Ooh, ooh. Is this thing on? Hello.
You know, I was doing a bit at the Improv in New York City in 1983, where I would teach Italians how to be more Italian.
I've seen that. Yeah, it's one of my favorite bits. Yeah,
I love that.
For me.
You know who stole that bit? I'm not even saying he stole it. He asked me if he could have it, and I said, "Absolutely."
Sebastian, was it Sebastian Maniscalco?
Now that's an Italian. He's Italian. I talked to him a couple of weeks ago. He said, "I told you that people are saying that you stole off of me." I go, "I don't fucking own Italy. You're allowed to do Italian jokes." Hey, is that an Italian talking to? That's not funny, you mime. You fucking talking mime. Sorry,
no. That's I was going to say something, but I forgot.
No, John, you were actually saying, I think before Dom and Steve got on, that your dad brought you a tape recorder or something, and that's how you kind of got. And everything.
Yeah, he got me a Wallensack reel-to-reel machine, and when I was 12 years old, and I've been recording things ever since.
He was the first one I knew that really was into computers and stuff. You know, because he couldn't like play ball like other men. Play inside.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot.
No, John, I could tell Dom likes you. He don't like you. He loves you.
Yeah,
but
I forgot that.
The ball breaking bar is at a 15 tonight. It's usually most of our guests. It's like an 8. You know.
Well, one of the most humiliating things that happened with me and Dom was when he came to Newton and stayed in our home as our guest, and I was telling him about this deli about a block away. Where they go in there, I go in there. They love me. They know I'm on TV, and I go in there. They have no idea who I am. But somebody says, "Aren't you Dom Irrera?"
$30 it cost me to get that. The guy to do that.
Oh yeah.
And I said,
"A retainer."
I said to our waitress, "This is a great place, but the manager of this place is kind of obnoxious." And she said, "Tell me about it. He's my son."
Oh.
Is that a true story?
Not necessarily funny. True.
He deals with integrity, not humor.
Yeah.
You tell these guys like the Robin Williams things, just what some of your background. I don't know it. And I never really talked to you this long.
Well,
wake him up. Somebody wake him up.
No, I don't know what what to say.
Start with the recorder. That's kind of what I'm interested in. Is you were into technology. You know, that's interesting to be into technology, especially then.
Yeah, it was a wall and sack reel-to-reel machine.
Mm-hmm.
My father was working at the Park Avenue Synagogue. I'm pretty sure he stole it, brought it home to his son.
Stole it?
Yeah, stole it from the synagogue.
Yeah, and my cousin, I formed a band called the Cousins, with my cousins, and
clever.
and their dad, Abe Servel, was working for Columbia Records. We just assumed that we'd get a record deal. He didn't really find us very entertaining. In fact, he had a heart attack shortly after we formed the band.
I guess that was it.
Wait,
no,
Dom, am I skipping the great stuff?
You skip all the way through. Do you want to allow the app to make changes for your
what do you got? Something coming up on the screen, Dom?
Yeah, what the fuck? What is this?
We can still see you. I mean, you can just leave it there unless you want to call Sam. I mean, everything's fine on our end.
I love that you can.
I got it.
I love that you can make a different background with this app. Create a different background. Do you guys ever do that?
Yeah, sometimes. I do it all the time. I like to blur the back.
I still think they just walk through the walls at the end of it. I never see them together.
Yeah. Can you turn this into Maui so we can catch what's going on there?
It's really funny. There's a lot of people dying out there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wildfires. Hey, the kids, 2 wildfires walking to a bar. Come on.
Yeah, it's crazy what's happening out there. Yeah. I saw videos. People
what's going on in Maui?
When you go back to sleep. It is. What's wrong about it?
What are you talking about?
That guy owes me money.
There are wildfires going on in Maui right now, and people are dying, and it's trying to escape into the ocean and stuff like that.
Can we come back to that? I want to tell you guys about the first time I hustled Dom Irrera in pocket billiards. First and the only
about
time.
The second time.
Second time wasn't so good, but the first time I spotted him 35 balls in a game to 50.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit. Go ahead.
Anyway, I caught up with him in about 5 minutes.
I was so mad I broke the stick over my knee, and then I wanted to play him again, but this time even up, and I beat him. And he's never looked back. He's just went to other things, knitting, folk dancing.
I never really got into pool, but it was a really, really big game, especially when you guys were playing a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Like there are pool halls everywhere, like in every town, right?
Play 9-ball for money, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan's the best I've ever seen. There's not a pro.
There's a guy who's Mike Dugan. Is that his name?
Yeah, I know Mike Dugan.
He's the best comedian pool player.
No, I'm saying Rogan is. Well, you're not going to come
Dugan.
here. Where do you get the balls to come into my fucking and start your bullshit? Get him out of here. Get him out.
Dom would used to ask.
No, Dom, log him out.
No, don't do that. But Dom would used to ask someone in the audience who heckled him, where do you get the money to get that vessel where you can keep your fucking balls? To heckle me. I don't know. Much more complicated than where do you get the balls? Do you know what I'm talking about, Dom?
I have no idea.
Do you remember me?
It was a good story.
Yeah.
It was a story without a real ending or beginning. It just kind of
it's just the middle.
We were plopped down.
Yeah. So John, how did you
Dom Irrera.
John.
Yeah.
Do you not like being called John? Is that why everybody's?
No, I'm more comfortable with Jonathan.
Jonathan.
At this stage of our relationship.
All right, you got it.
Does the word mean anything? You're not allowed to say that, by the way.
We can't, Dom. You can say it though.
No,
Yeah,
you're
we're not.
allowed.
We're not allowed to.
Yeah,
we haven't had careers yet.
Everyone's allowed to. It's just not appropriate.
That's true.
It's not appropriate in this day.
It wasn't
and
funny,
age.
but it's important.
Dom, could you imagine if you got canceled now? Can you imagine?
No. What are you saying? Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
No, John, I wanted to know how did you get the opportunity to get your own show on Comedy Central? How'd that happen?
The football show?
No, Dr. Katz.
Oh, that's how you talking to him.
Wait, Dom, you can leave now if you want.
Thanks, John. You lock up after make sure the guys drink their milk.
Well, because of no, I can't say that. The little light in the loafers. That's okay.
You take it from both sides of the buffet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. What did Michael?
You with me on that?
What did Michael?
You
Caine
fucking punk! Come here. Oh, that's me. I was going after.
No, Michael.
I think you just woke up. Did you just wake up, Steve?
Me? No. I'm in a hotel in New York. I'm hanging out in New York tonight.
He wants to get stage time in New York City, and he wants our help, Dom. That's the only reason he's doing this.
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, I'm talking about the guy.
Our relationship. I'm shocked, Mr. Katz.
Okay, I'm sorry. No,
there's a local Mr. Dr. Katz.
No, that's I took it too far. You're right, but we are in a position to help you get stage time. If it was 1984.
That's the boy. That's the John Katz. I know.
2004. I think you guys could still help me.
Who?
2004.
Sounds like you're saying they don't have any juice, Steve. Is that what you're saying? You're saying Dom and Dr. Katz don't have any juice anymore? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that.
That's what it sounds like you're saying.
We don't have a lot of jizz.
Has David Tell been on your podcast?
I will not stay in the same room with that man. He's a dirty, filthy near the hood.
I agree with Dom.
I think he's one of the best comedians ever.
Yeah, David Tell is an amazing comedian. And the other guy I like lately is named Mike Birbiglia, and they're so different. They couldn't be.
That's great.
I work with him in Ireland. He was terrific.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
With Mike, Dom? With Mike Birbiglia?
We're on a show in Dublin. For the fuck's sake. Yeah.
The way he moves around the stage is so strange, Mike Birbiglia.
Well, you always love to watch men dance anyway.
Oh, is he dancing? I thought he was telling jokes. Jesus.
Do you still do stand up in Boston at all? Or are you just doing your shows now? What do you?
No, I have a set under this table tonight. No, I'm sorry.
I happen to have.
No,
he's terrific stand up.
Yeah, no, I just do my podcast, and occasionally I'll do a live show somewhere.
And a live podcast or like live stand up? Will you do?
I'll do live stand up, but I won't be in the location. I'll be doing it virtually.
Got it.
Where is that when we did?
Like I'm doing a show.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm doing a show in Vermont later in a couple of months, and I'm going to do the show
this
virtually.
afternoon. This is just a warm up.
Yeah, Tom, were you there with me and Andy Pitt at that Dunkin' Donuts? It was a gig on Long Island that we did.
This is a trap.
No, it's not a trap. Andy Pitt. We were there at this Dunkin' Donuts, and these bikers walked in. And my friend Andy Pitt is a very a wholesome guy, unlike Dom and I. And he said to me and Dom and to the bikers, "I am a sleepy bunny."
John, you're not going to come on this show and degrade it with that kind of language. Get out of here.
No, I didn't say rabbit. I said bunny.
I know. I'm trying to work with it.
Yeah.
John, do you have kids?
Two beautiful kids, a couple of kids not so attractive.
Did you, when you first had children, be honest with me, you're the only one I can really pick their brain in this this podcast right now. Since I've had my daughter, I gained 27 pounds. I tried going
and
to,
the
I
kid is
tried going-
starving.
what's that?
I said the kid's starving. Daddy, please nourish me.
Just a snack, something.
My
He
wife
said-
got rid of the baby weight. I feel like I move around a lot. It's bad.
Is it because you enjoy eating what she eats as well as what you eat?
No, he has no portion control.
Oh,
You're very Italian, Rinaldi. I'm sorry. You're very Italian American. That's your issue.
well,
What are you trying to
You
say?
order too many appetizers.
Yeah,
I'm married
then
to-
You can't eat the main meal.
I'm married
No.
to a vegan. If you think you have
Oh, you're-
problems,
Are you really?
How could she kill that innocent corn?
Dom, I say the same thing. Plant lives matter, man.
That's right.
Wait. So do you
You
do
can
you
rub
pick
them on
up,
your balls.
like, do you eat vegan as well, or no? You eat what you want.
I'm not as I'm not as strict as a diet. I eat a plant based diet, but I'm not a strict vegan.
What about it's pussy? You ever eat pussy?
Yeah, if it comes from plants, I'll eat it.
Plant pussy.
Damn,
Yeah.
you're trying to trick me into saying that word out loud because in those places.
Say it in my ear. I'll tell you what I said. Sounds like pussy. What was that?
Who is that? George Wallace? Is that?
Oh man. Oh.
I feel like.
So all I have is like little water.
Wait, how
Yeah,
old are you
the
guys? Tom, how old are the guys that we're sharing this space with?
I'm 37. Brian,
wrong with-
you're a year younger than me, right, Brian?
No, I'm 32.
32. Yeah,
Brian, that is younger.
Yeah. I was
32
born
is younger than 37.
I was born in 91.
Oh yeah, one of my daughters is born in 91.
Hmm.
That's when Mandy was born.
So can you? Can we go back to that question? How'd you get Comedy Central? How'd that happen?
Oh, I
Now
think.
it's like more like, how did you get fun? You.
Yeah, I heard that. That's how Harlan Jameson would ask. They don't know about Harlan Jameson, do they? Tom?
I don't think so. I don't think I've heard that name before, unless maybe Dom has mentioned it before on the show.
All right, all right.
Pain of my existence, Harlan Jameson.
So you really don't like him anymore?
I don't know him anymore. He ghosted me. He's a
What is
good
this,
friend for
wrong
so many
with the
years.
weight?
Ooh.
Yeah, we were best friends when we were teenagers. We were ping pong friends, pool friends.
Very rough neighborhood again.
Yeah.
A ping pong neighborhood. All right,
Oh, Dom.
all right, man. And your paddles.
Oh, Dom. Was Harlan a comedian also?
No, he wasn't a comedian, but he opened up a comedy club called Bananas.
He's a comedian, but
Oh.
he's Jewish. He was Jewish.
I worked Bananas last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I read that in the trades.
Did you meet Arlene?
What's that?
Did you meet? Oh no, they sold the club. Bananas doesn't belong to Harlan
them?
and Arlene. Oh, that's them. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't there.
Would you like to hear my impression of Arlene Jameson?
I would love to.
Okay. I'm Arlene, and tell me anything bad that's happened lately in your life.
My grandmother has kidneys.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Want to start that over? Let's do the funny version.
Okay, Dom, you want to be Arlene?
No, not today.
See, oh, I'm Arlene.
What are you gonna do?
Can somebody
No,
give me
no.
a pillow to lay down on until you?
Now, Steve, you say to me, this has been a really tough year for me.
This has been a very tough year for me.
What are you gonna do?
You can do it. Can't bring it back.
Yeah.
What could a person do?
And because her name is Arlene and his name is Harlan, Dom calls him Harleen. because he's got the whole wit thing going on.
How did I get there? So clever.
Yeah. Tim, have you talked to him about Splano?
It's not going to work. But you do. You used to.
No. I'm not going down with this ship.
Oh, you'll go. Yeah, how many fucking cats, Dr. Katz did I do, huh?
Okay, I'll go down with the ship.
I thought I might change your mind.
You know, I had my DNA tested 3 days ago. It came back negative.
Negative for human.
I don't like to beat a dead horse, guys, but it's not the worst thing I've ever done. Now, these are two of my shortest jokes, and I love them.
I keep looking over there like he's over there. What's the joke? John, what's the joke?
Oh, I don't like to beat a dead horse, but it's not the worst thing I've ever done.
And thank you, folks. Stick around for the comedian.
Yeah. But I'm doing a benefit next week for the survivors of a benefit I had done the week before.
I told you it was good for a joke.
I got to do a benefit at the United Nations, and I got to meet the Surgeon General, Mr. Boutros Ghali, and his lovely wife Beatrice Boutros. I had the couscous, so.
But John, that's redundant.
Hey, I understand why you two are friends.
Yeah.
We
have such a great time together.
It's abundantly clear. When was the last time you guys got to see each other? Has it been a while since you two were in the same room or worked together?
Jeez, can you think of that last time, Dom?
What's that?
Can you think of the last time we saw each other in person? Oh, I think it was me doing this podcast in LA.
Oh, the Laugh Factory show?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, very cool.
I did that? Remember we did that one in Austin, Texas. That was
right. We did a show in Austin, Texas.
That's cool.
That for the festival?
Yeah.
But
no, not
JFL.
Yeah,
no, that's for the Austin. I think it's called
Moon
Tower. Yeah.
Yeah, Moon Tower.
Yeah, but Moon Tower, isn't Moon Tower a JFL production?
Yeah, they still call it Moon Tower, though, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still the name, I think they're just, JFL runs it now.
Tom, you think these guys are getting into the weeds?
These guys?
Yeah.
I don't know about him. Yeah, him for sure.
Yeah. No, not into the into the weeds.
To the weeds?
Yeah, when you go too in depth on one subject.
I'm really enjoying this.
Oh, good. So one of the things I did with that tape recorder with the Wurlitzer that my dad got me was my cousin and I would record. We'd read Mad Magazine episodes, cover to cover, and we record that stuff.
Would you act out like the voices and stuff like that too? Is that like when you get into that?
I was a kid. The only voice I could do was Arlene.
You should have saved it. I don't think you have any ending.
No, we pretended. There was one guy who had the power of prophecy. I forget his name, but I pronounced it prophecy. And that's a joke my cousin Paul and I have been making for about 40 years.
Kill him. Try and kill him.
Yeah.
Is that your cousin? How did you start, Dr.
I haven't answered the question about Dr. Katz.
No.
Tom had a friend who worked for HBO, and he went to HBO to talk about the idea of his idea for a show about a therapist, and they said to Tom, "That is a great idea. What you need is talent." And he didn't understand the meaning of the word in show business, talent. So they thought it was something that being personal with him. But anyway, so he met with this guy, Tim Brain, and Tim Brain.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, Tim Brain brought the show to Comedy Central, and they ordered a pilot, and we made a pilot. And Tom showed them the pilot and said, "When are you going to show me the real thing?" And Tom said, "This is the real thing." It sounds like the Twilight Zone, doesn't it? No, yeah.
Hey, how many seasons do you have?
We ended up making 81 episodes.
Wow.
That's a lot, yeah.
But anyway, let me, to finish that story about this is the real this is the real thing. Tom didn't want to his skill was making things very cheaply for a lot of money.
Jewish? Is he Jewish?
No, oddly enough, he's not.
He made things cheaply for a lot of money.
It didn't cost him a lot of money to make it. He made things cheaply and he sold them for a lot of money.
Oh, he sold them for a lot of money.
That's kind of what podcasting is now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, you got to make a lot of money on it. Yeah.
But have you guys earned even $5 on this podcast?
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
$5.
they haven't. I have. Yeah.
He scoops it up.
Well,
Yeah, I take it off the top, and then I tell them we don't make any money.
Yeah. I've been making my podcast since 1989, and I haven't made $1.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Get the dollar out. Show it to him. Don't give it to him.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Something to strive for. All right. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about how I started.
Okay.
It was a rough and tumble day, and you, John, tell me. I want to know about the music you did.
Okay.
Here's a good thing.
Are you a Beatles fan like Dom Irrera?
I am, but
more diehard than Dom.
No.
Why do you got to pit us against each other?
Dom's pretty diehard.
Yeah, he's dead hard. No, I don't know what that means. He knows every lyric to every Beatles song.
Thank you, man, for loving. I do it, and every except for in the what do you think of that?
No, but
the
wait.
You know who's on that show?
On what show?
Your show, Laura Sullivan, Sarah's sister.
Oh yeah, Sarah just did it. Sarah just did an episode of my podcast. I think I mentioned that already. They were not impressed.
She's fucking funny.
Yeah, she is.
What did we miss?
No, tell me.
Didn't miss anything.
Steve.
Yes.
No, my eyes are not great. Raise your hand if your name is Steve. That's correct. Steve, can you say your first and last name?
Steve Rinaldi.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how to say it differently, Steve.
Oh, right. That's
no. Can you say Stephen Rinaldi?
I don't like. My mother calls me Steven. She's the only one.
I don't like it either, but I have a joke in mind.
And now my wife's starting to call me that. Which
but just for the purposes of this joke, will you just say your name is Stephen Rinaldi?
Stephen Rinaldi, yes.
Now, what Beatles song would that scan with? Stephen Rinaldi. And Dom, you can take a pass at it too if you want. Stephen Rinaldi.
Picked up the rice in the church or husband.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it a dream?
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Now, I want you to, the next time somebody calls you Stephen Rinaldi, you sing that song.
You'll get.
Teach him a lesson.
Yeah, Dr. Katz is getting very comfortable pointing at me and everything.
I know. He's getting cocky cats.
Yeah, I don't think you can point at somebody in this situation.
I didn't realize you had that point in our relationship already. Look at this.
Okay. He's an elderly gentleman.
Do you guys know how old I am?
I'm going to take a stab at it. Mid-50s.
76 years old.
God bless you.
Yeah, you look 75 and a half.
I was born in 1946 in the back of a taxi cab.
Your mother was
True story?
My mother was driving the cab.
You're a funny man.
Dom, I took your punchline for my joke.
Take it. I don't want to.
Now, did you guys hit it off right away? I mean, there's different I mean, I could sense Dom's very.
Well, the first thing I remember saying to him was, "I thought you were gay."
Here's the thing about working in the clubs in New York. It doesn't. great if you're funny on stage, but even more importantly is to be funny at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Dom didn't drink.
Tom, Tom, do you have a rebuttal?
I
No,
can't. He's too quick for me.
Dom and I have been such good friends for so many years. It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassed for lasting. You know how many people wish they could do what you do?
3?
Backflip.
Yeah. Did you ever open? Will you ever have some guy open for you and his closing bit was doing a backflip?
Me?
Yeah. No, the other comedians I've toured with.
Remember Ed the Dream Vagina?
Oh my God, Ed the
That's his
Machine,
dream.
the guy from Rhode Island. Yeah.
He's a terrible comedian. But
He also-
I love when he was on before me because I had to follow him. It's what he did. He tilt like, please, I have to go. I know everybody wants me to stay. People with fucking.
No, he didn't. Really? Are you serious?
He really thought he was killing. That's like going to an audience. Get up. Get up.
Yeah.
Thank you. They got a standing ovation. Wow.
That's what Djokovic does in tennis. He asks the audience to applaud.
Dom,
but-
did you ever brag about killing? Like, what's killing? What is killing? How do you know you killed?
Jonathan said one of the funniest things I ever heard was in West Palm Beach. You know that the guy ahead of you, what should I do? The guy ahead of me.
Was he a juggler?
Yeah, his audience. They didn't just get to their land. They leapt to their land. Remember what you said? Help me, please help me.
He was one of the world's finest jugglers who would travel all over the
they
world.
had Super Bowls and then you had to follow him.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Well, if we have anything that's funny, just stop doing it. And just, the dead air we used to call ourselves.
Well, yeah. He came to our home in Newton and juggled oranges for my daughter.
Your
Big
daughter,
fucking deal.
Your daughter's pretty good down here. You know what I mean? I've noticed that she was a baby.
Yeah. How old do you think she is now, Dom?
62 years old.
Had she lived?
Same as Jim. Oh,
no, she's 40 years old. She lives in West Philly.
Yeah, maybe you gotta stop by her house. She'll take care of you. You know what I mean?
Dom is one. You know, that Dom is one of the few guys I would let my my kids stay with when they were traveling or when he was traveling.
What did you expect?
That's because
throw a pass on them.
No,
so how you doing? Nice jumpsuit.
Did you guys hear the Mega Millions hit last 1.6 billion last night?
Somebody win it?
Someone hit it. Florida.
Oh, that's amazing.
1.6 billion.
Yeah, but after the taxes, it's what, about 100 million?
That's what like every guy in Philly says when you tell them how much it is.
Yeah.
They bury you with the taxes.
Yeah, right.
I feel like you have to take the lump sum though, right? If you get it, you take the lump sum. That's the move.
No matter what, I mean, getting in that ballpark's so incredible.
What's that? Just winning a ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you hit like a certain amount of numbers, you get like a percentage of that too. That's how they work it.
Yeah, but also like when you get the draw, you can get it in a lump sum, or they'll do it over a period of time.
Okay, has any of the three of us repeated a phrase that sounds like a Chinese restaurant in the last 5 minutes?
Lump sum.
Lump sum, you got it.
Lump sum. Would anybody care for some of my lump sum?
You know how long it took me to write that joke?
Be careful. The lump sum is very hot.
I had to know we were all going to be here tonight.
I used to work for Smith and Walensky's. I was a busboy and supposedly a waiter, but I was so slow that I was always the last one with my stuff. And the Chinese guys were all the dishwashers and stuff. and they hated me. So one time I get stuck on the train, the A train, with them, just me and them. Fuck, what am I going to say? Anyway, I said, "Hey, how you guys doing? Where do you live?" They went, "This is like 6 Chinese guys." They went, "Chinatown." Like, where else did I live before? They went, "Chinatown."
I know that it's not right to make fun of the way any other culture speaks, but I think there should be like
Why you whispering?
it shouldn't count with Chinese people. It's just too much fun.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I live in San Francisco now, though. You can't be doing it out here.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Dom, when you were in the city working, did you live in the city also? Did you like live in Manhattan too, or no?
I lived in Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. My lovely bride, Lisa. We lived 56 and 10th.
And then you moved to LA, I guess, right? After that,
I got my car stolen. It was Lisa's brother's girlfriend. And I left the keys in it. But then the guys, like, there was a local gang kind of group. I don't know what they did. They said, "We heard you lost the car." I go, "Yeah, fuck. Maybe we can help you get it back." I said, "Oh, anything, I think, however it costs." The guy goes, $55. What do you expect me to come up with that kind of money now? You got to tell a guy. But anyway,
they stole it for parts, I bet.
They stole it because they really thought it was going to be. They were going to take it apart.
Yeah.
Then when they found out it was mine, they liked me because I'm fun.
Oh.
Do you guys miss anything about the city life, like New York?
I got so fucking tired of the city life. Look, I'm a farmer, man.
Yeah.
You forget it.
You like milking the cows, Dom?
Yeah. That's it.
The udders.
Yeah, the cows.
The udders, Dom. The udders.
John, will you tell me about the Robin Williams thing? Because I'm interested.
Wait,
like that guy.
Wait, I just want to tell him about when I was a teenager. Me and my sister lived on a farm in upstate New York with my grandfather, who had a low budget freak show. He had a bearded man. He had a mental midget. Couldn't afford a fat lady. He had this woman who was premenstrual, little bloated.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't afford Siamese twins. He has these 2 guys with a joint checking account.
This is all really happened.
I'm making this up in the moment. I've been in this moment for 43 fucking years.
What do you think your favorite project has been, Dr. Katz? Your favorite thing you worked on?
Dr. Katz is my favorite project.
Dr. Katz?
Yeah.
What do you miss most about that show? Working on that show?
Working with John Benjamin.
Hello.
Because no, I'm sorry, Dan. I didn't realize you were here. Working with Dom and working with John Benjamin, because every day I would go to work and I'd get paid, and I'd sit in this recording studio and laugh hysterically, uncontrollably.
My whole goal was to make him laugh.
Yeah.
Because if I had him laughing, the whole energy of the show would come up.
How much of it was off script and improv? Was it? At
first it was all the scripts. After that, it was whatever you felt comfortable with. It was great. You could do material.
I've seen a lot of the episodes with Dom in it, and Dom does a lot of his bits in the show. It seemed like
not later.
Oh, okay.
The last 5 or 6 of them, I just improvised.
We were just so comfortable. John. We were just so comfortable talking to each other. It's kind of like conversation, but it's funny.
Right. That's what we're trying to do on this show.
I always thought of you as my Carol Burnett.
What about you, Dom? What was your favorite project that you did?
jeez. I don't know. There's been so many. Every day, another TV show.
Full frontal comedy. Was that something you did?
Yeah, that was I was hosting it. Rogan was on it, and Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg, you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
you
was
know who was on it? You know who was on
funny.
it before Rogan? Was Mike Dugan.
Really?
Yeah, because he was a better pool player.
Mike Dugan, you know.
You're
doing
throwing those callbacks, man.
Oh my god, that's why they
That's
call
what
me
he did.
callback Johnny.
Call back Katz.
Yeah.
I tried to say stuff. You guys jumped all over it.
I'm sorry, Dan.
I don't feel like talking now.
Oh, I forgot. You have feelings.
Feelings. Hey, thanks. You keep me right here, my gag. Anyway, enough of this.
No, Dom is one of the most sensitive guys in the world. You know.
I'm not fucking sensitive.
And I've described Dom as an obscene poet to all of my friends because he says the most disgusting things, but it's poetry.
So I had the jizz all over her face, right?
Yeah, but
the rest of that.
But get to the part where it rhymes. No, not that kind of poetry.
Get us. What do you got to say, Steve?
No, why? It looked like I'm about to jump in. No, I didn't want to interrupt.
You're in the show. How are you interrupting? You're kind of like on the show.
No, well, my next question was going to be Jonathan's. I wanted to know Jonathan's input on how now everything's self-produced, whereas when he pitched his show to Comedy Central, there was a layer to it. You had to pitch it. You had to do a pilot. Now it's everybody's kind of self-producing their own projects.
Well, looking back, it was a big deal, John.
Oh, it sure was. And the one person I've remained good friends with over the years, when I say good friends, he sent me a birthday email, is Doug Herzog, who was he was the executive at Comedy Central for many years and then moved on to Fox. And
that's a good way to close any show we're talking about.
Yeah. And the moral of this story is
he had like this thing, a foot like something, electric toe.
Electric toe.
Yeah.
Electric toe.
What are you talking about?
Damn, I'm gonna let you hang there.
Yeah, let me tell you something. While we're on the topic of toes, this really I was at the water park yesterday with my 11-year-old.
Water park.
Wait, listen to me. I slipped going up the slide on the steps, and I fell. Now, fat, out of shape dad, I fell in front of all these kids. My toe started bleeding. I was.
Oh shit!
Look at my hands all bruised. These kids, all these 10-year-old kids were fucking laughing at me.
So you're a physical comedian now.
No, it's just in that moment, everything just came full circle. 5 years ago, I was out in nightclubs till 3 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm going to theme parks.
Did you break your toenail?
Yeah, it's chipped.
That's unbelievably painful.
First time that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I got my big toe is cut up.
You know how to close a show. Thank you for it. A lot of the guys they dilly around. Some guys like you know what the beat on what you need.
That's not a closer. I'm just initiating a discussion, Dom Irrera.
Oh, then you tell me when you start, Mr.
I can throw the closer. You're not gonna put me on the spot. My Red Bull's starting to kick in.
Tom, you remember what song you and Lisa recorded at my house in Newton?
I don't know which one. Baron the Big Butt? The one about Philippe the cat?
No. It was a song that
it's like a comedy song you recorded?
No, it wasn't a
You
funny
should get on
song. It
the.
was,
You should
I
put
think
them on the line.
when the night. I think was it.
Goes
no.
down in the city. Was it that song?
No.
No,
That's,
but
that's
something like that. It was like an
that-
old rock and roll song that you guys sang together.
What would you do? Would you guys just record some music in your house?
Yeah, I had I was one of the few people recording direct to mini disc.
Yeah, you're amazing. You're amazing. Way ahead of the time.
No,
Ten-
unfortunately, I wasn't. I'm the only guy doing it, so they stopped making mini discs.
Jonathan, what's your opinion on comics that sell merch after show?
I never liked it.
Yeah, me and Dom always talk about how it's a very awkward thing. You got a table.
Oh,
set
you pay to see me? When you're drinking here
That's-
because you couldn't even see me? On the way, I'll get you.
Yeah.
You won't have parking lot ticket there.
Yeah, I used to check people's oil. I never sold anything though. No, it's just
some guy told me the other day, he was like, listen, I know you're middling. The only way you're going to make money on the road, you got to start selling merch. And I said, what am I going to, no one watches DVDs. What do you want me to sell these people? He said, well, you're Italian. Sell them gravy or pasta after the show. Put your name on it. I'm like,
my God.
Dude, I bet you would actually clean up. Like if you got some good
crazy?
jarred sauce, like from Matarano or Iannelli's, dude, and you just put Rinaldi on it. And just...
What about
Making me
ragu?
hungry.
Can you imagine me boarding a plane with a case of tomato sauce because I got a gig in Oklahoma? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's comedians that do they come into the green room. They got see. I don't want to be critical because it won't work for me.
It's undignified. What you're selling is your comedy. You're
Exactly.
not selling spaghetti sauce.
When I do bring stuff out, I give it out after the show. I don't charge nobody. Dom, didn't you say you used to do that with your DVDs? You said you would hand them. You would hand them.
I was at the one in New Brunswick.
Stress Factory. Yeah, Vinny's spot.
I just couldn't do it. The people would change. Do you have change for a nickel so I could give them very change? Like, I couldn't do it. But if you have to do it, you got kids or something,
Yeah.
If I was working with a prop act, I would give the audience that person's props. I'm only thinking of the amazing Wid. I'm always thinking of the amazing.
I hardly
Wid.
ever get as sleepy as I am now.
I got three shows with Wid next month.
Oh, you're kidding me! Would you
Philly.
tell him Jonathan Katz says hi?
I will.
Who are you doing?
The legendary Wid. I got 3 shows in December.
I love the Wid.
I was so happy to work with him because my act involved so much equipment I would have to bring to the show, and he brought more stuff, and I felt so
way
relieved.
more.
Yeah. Did you really? You used to bring stuff on stage?
Yeah, I would. I would bring my guitar, which I never played. There was a cassette recorder in the guitar. I would bring all kinds of speakers because I didn't trust the
house
venues.
speakers. Yeah,
I didn't trust the venue.
Yeah, that's cool
So
to go out with all that. What was that, Dom?
He was almost going to tell me about the rock part and how you got involved with Robin.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Robin Williams story.
Well, the Robin Williams is pretty simple. He married my ex-girlfriend from Goddard College.
Oh,
Right. What was her name? I remember her.
Valerie Velarde.
Hey, Valerie, yeah.
See, that would never happen with 2 Italians. They're too guarded like that.
Yeah.
It gets weak.
Well, Valerie was Italian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Velarde. Yeah, Velarde. But he married her?
Yeah. And then she gave him a copy of some of my songs, including This Heart Is Closed for Alterations and Born to Be Punished. And he did those songs on his tour.
Very cool. Yeah,
And
I wish.
I'm making more money telling you about that than I did doing it.
I would have loved to have been able to see him do stand up live.
I was so excited. It was exciting.
Was he a guarded guy, or was he a nice guy to work with?
I loved him. I thought he was a great guy. I mean, all the shit you hear about him, it was just, get him alone with two people, that's cool. But if he gets like sick, all of a sudden it's a crowd, and then he goes into that.
Right.
How was did you guys ever work with Paul Rubens that just passed away?
No.
I never worked with him, but he did give me my Emmy Award, which is upstairs. I can get it for you. No, it was one of these off TV awards. But the guy who introduced Paul Rubens was Milton Berle, and the woman who preceded Milton Berle was hang in there, Dom. Hang in there. The woman who preceded Milton Berle was a Holocaust survivor, and Milton Berle only had one speed as a host. So he'd come out and say, "Folks, how about those survivors, huh? Give it up."
Give it up for the one that's still moving.
Yeah.
Paul Rubens, me and one of my friends from the neighborhood, we used to comment on his social media posts because we were diehard Pee-wee Big Adventure fans. Movie in '85, and when Instagram first came about, we would like comment the pictures and like his videos and stuff. And I'd say like 2016, he started following my Instagram.
Oh, that's great.
And then he sent me a message, and he was like, "Thank you for all the support. I engage with my fans, blah, blah, blah." He ended up mailing me a birthday card every year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It's really cool.
It probably was probably somebody running a social media.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. Like, and then he found out I was a comic. He asked me when I'm performing in LA. Like, I don't know if it was him. It was probably somebody running the social media, but it's still cool to see that he was like interacting with his fans.
He's doing my podcast next week.
Oh
no! I'm sorry. That's dark.
When you having Dom Irrera on your podcast? Anytime soon?
He's not really. I don't know how his availability, Dom.
Not available.
Okay.
Very busy.
I think I'm gonna have a call.
Andy Kindler's doing it tomorrow.
I love Andy Kindler.
Dom and Andy Kindler, two of the funniest people I know. I mean, them together is ridiculously funny.
I couldn't stop crying, laughing when I did that Judge. I did the Supreme Court of have you ever seen it? Supreme Court of Judgery?
What's it called? What's it called?
Was Scott Carter involved in that?
No, he's too smart for it.
Yeah.
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court of Comedy.
Oh, the Supreme Court of Comedy. Yep.
Look it up if you don't believe me.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, you looked at me with doubt. There was doubt in your eyes.
Tosh, Jamie Kennedy, Carlos Mencia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Ari Spears.
Tosh is a good friend of mine.
The label looks like the Laugh Factory, kind of.
It is.
Yeah.
Was Jamie involved in that?
Yeah, he's producing it. Very good money.
I never took him seriously, Jamie, but I guess he's a guy who has talent as a producer. Oh my God, Dom. Everyone should just stop breathing for a few minutes. It's not like napping; it's like dying.
Where do you feel he died?
No, my sister has COPD and she has to breathe oxygen 24 hours a day.
Oh, jeez.
And I told her, her name is Phyllis. I said, "Come on, Phil, just try going 2 minutes without it, just as an experiment.
Let's see what happens."
What a loving brother you are.
Yeah.
You got a big family, John?
No, just me and my sister.
Well, I have a lot of. That does not leave this room.
I have nieces and nephews up the wazoo.
Any hot nieces?
Huh?
A couple good-looking nephews.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what I
yes.
thought you were.
I grew up an only child, but I had a lot of cousins, aunts, and uncles. But like my generation, my wife's an only child. I'm an only child. All her family's in Russia. It's, I think about that a lot. There's not going to be any family when we get older.
Yeah.
It's just going to be us and the kids.
What part of Russia is her family from?
Uzbekistan.
I always thought there was some place that.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. What am I saying? It's Gubkin. Gubkin. My wife was born in Uzbekistan, and then she moved to Russia when she was like 12.
If you say Gubkin one more time, it'll sound like baby talk. I promise you.
Well, is it because of the Philly Italian accent or no?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Gubkin.
I didn't say it right.
No, you said it right. It just sounded silly to me.
What are you looking up, Bri?
Gubkin. Look it up. Gubkin, Russia.
Did it pop up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My mom was born in Minsk.
Okay.
My mom was look at that.
From
But
Milan to
Dom.
Minsk.
My Dom Irrera and my wife both performed in Fiddler on the Roof. Not together.
Where did she play?
She played. Who's
Huddle?
the wife? No, who's the wife?
Mrs.
Mrs. Fiddler.
Mrs. Ruth.
Gold?
Dom got me out of the doghouse last week. My wife got me tickets to see Russell Peters, and he's international, and that's like my wife's favorite comic. And Dom got us backstage with Russell, and he was so nice to my wife. It was really I got laid that night. Thank you, Dom. I owe you one.
Your mother.
My mother. What the?
Yeah. It's a Freudian slip.
Tom, is it just me, or is Russell Peters not? I don't think he's funny. Am I wrong about that?
I think he's very funny. I mean, I don't watch him stay on the stage, but as a person, it's get a good energy,
Yeah.
I've seen him live a couple times. I thought he was great. Yeah.
Yeah, he had
great crowd work too.
I don't think I'm right. I think I'm wrong about this one.
Personal preference,
No, people, it's all in taste. Yeah.
I tried watching him on YouTube, and
I tried watching him. That's what you like it.
I typed in the R.
Didn't get any didn't get much further than that.
Yeah. Do you guys know I'm a songwriter?
We've heard.
Okay, that's really what I wanted to record when I was a young man. I wrote about 23 songs, and some of them are good.
A lot of shows that kind of spin upwards towards the end.
No, Dom, no. This is building to the peak.
All right, that's what I'm saying. I'm building. I'm digging it out.
Yeah.
Take it home, Johnny.
Okay. I was pitching a movie to what's the name of the company with Steven Spielberg? What's the company that Spielberg owns and makes movies and TV shows? DreamWorks. So I had to deal with DreamWorks. I was pitching a show to the woman, the husband and wife team, Laurie McDonald and her husband Warren, pitching them a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, and then as the movie winds down, and she said, "Don't you mean builds to a peak?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And we're out. Don, it's a damn good story.
Yeah, who needs laughs and enjoyment?
Don, the only thing that will definitely get a laugh is something that I don't think is fair for us to talk about.
What's that?
You know what it is. Upstate New York.
Oh,
I lived upstate New York, Schenectady.
Yeah, this was
Syracuse's.
No, it's Syracuse is like 2 hours north of
No.
that.
I was just trying to get into the conversation.
No, this is more
Dom,
Albany.
this is your show.
This is more Albany.
This is the longest I've gone without dropping David Mamet's name in my entire life.
Yeah, he really liked me. No offense.
He did.
Who is this?
David Mamet.
He wouldn't know
you.
it. He's plural.
He called you my what's happening with my Irrera?
What?
He called you my Irrera.
He did?
Yeah, he missed the Dom part. Just when he was talking to me.
And
I gotta
who is
go.
this guy? David Mammoth?
Mammoth.
Mammoth? Is that what you said? Mammoth. Oh.
Yeah, playwright.
Playwright.
Kenny Ben.
Jonathan, are you a doctor, or that's just like, are you an actual doctor?
No, I'm not an actual doctor. I'm barely a comedian.
Nobody's going to argue with you there. Well, you're funny and just not, comedy.
Just not in the ha-ha laughing type of way.
Yeah. What's Dom's? I mean, not Dom. What's Andy's joke about his lawyer? His lawyer said to him, "I don't do any of the legal mumbo jumbo," which is funny when Andy Kindler tells the joke.
Yeah. Are you planning tomorrow? You going to see him?
Yeah, I'm seeing
Thank
him
you, everybody.
virtually.
Whoever's still watching, God bless you. Call me if you need me.
Hey, this is live streaming.
It's not.
that
No,
right?
no, it's not live streaming. No.
Okay.
No.
So when does it go live?
Tom's leaving?
Yeah, I think Dom's done.
Boy, that guy has a temper, Dom Irrera.
Shut up, bald-headed bastard.
Dom, are you done?
I guess
Is
not.
that it?
Dom used to polish my head.
Well, that's our shirt. What's our shirt? That's our game. Did
John,
it?
can you plug your podcast one more time? Thank you again for doing the show.
Oh, sure. My podcast is called.
Thanks
Hey, We're
for
Back.
them for doing the show. Oh, you been him?
Yeah, my
John,
podcast.
great. John,
my
you know you were very funny today.
Thank you. My podcast is called Hey, We're Back on Apple and Spotify and everywhere else. Oh,
Which
thank
one's
you.
that?
Mm-hmm. It's John's show.
John,
You think
thank
you-
you.
Did you
Not
edit
for the
that? Anything?
No,
We
I
had a
did
couple
nothing.
moments, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we have
My
a couple
show's-
moments?
Yeah. I just want to say that my podcast is not for the Squeamish, not for the Amish.
Jonathan,
You may be corny, but you're not that funny either.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Katz.
Thank you so much. I love you, Dom Irrera.
Right back at you, babe.
you guys-
Dom, over here.
Bye.
Hey, Dom, hey.
Uh,
Yo, Dom.